the revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
Regan Slaymaker for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and our Kings, and I have the pleasure to be joined by trainer Mark Tibbs. Mark, thank you again for letting me in the gym today, mate. I mean, busy stable you've got now.
Well, I think I've been busy all my bloody life, and but you know, I like to keep busy, and yeah, so I like to keep things moving. Got to keep moving. As we get older, especially.
Definitely, well, and it's fight week as well for Arjun Bassi, the newest member of the stable.
Yes.
Talk to me how Arjun came to the stable as well, ahead of his second professional fight as well.
Yeah, well, listen, I knew Arjun's father. He died a few years back now, but I used to have a car site in Manor Park and a car wash, and me and my partner rented it off of Arjun's dad actually at the time, and so that's how I know Arjun. But Arjun was a little boy then. I didn't really know him. I only knew his father. But later on, I understood his uncle come to me and asked would I have a look at him, and yeah, he come in the gym. He's blended in really well. He hasn't been here very long, but I like what he brings to the table. He's got a real fighting spirit, a real good fighting spirit. He's got a fantastic left hook, but like everyone, they've got to focus on their boxing and learn their craft. So it'll be his second professional fight with myself. Yeah,
definitely. He's a good fighter, Arjun, as well. And then the next thing I want to talk to you, Mark, is
big ticket seller, mind you.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He sold York Call Out. If you haven't seen his pro debut, watch that. He sells a lot of tickets. But I do want to talk about obviously Johnny Fisher. Mark obviously left the stable, but I mean some great times with Johnny, taking him all the way to that WBA title and also the Southern Area title, which is a very prestigious fight. I mean, good times with Johnny Fisher.
Fantastic times with young John. He was fun to work with, and yeah, it was fun. We had some good times. I've got to say, it was fun. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, that Alan Babbage win was. I mean, the fight week was crazy enough, but the fight itself was unbelievable as well. I do want to move on to, I mean, Hollywood himself. He's just left the gym. Giorgio Visioli. Yeah. If there's a fighter that isn't getting many more views than him across the world, he's building a big name for himself. But what a fighter. I think I say this every time I see you, Mark. What a fighter you've got on your hands with Giorgio Visioli.
Well, when he first came into the gym over a year ago now, I heard he went round a few trainers, and he was different. He was very skilled. He is very skilled. His readability is incredible. He can walk into a room and wait up for a young man. He's very up there. But you know, he's a young man, and he's being built. And as you mentioned Johnny earlier, we went out to Vegas a little while ago, and he really stood the Americans on their head, the top of the game. Like him, up and coming prospects, he really boxed out of his skin. And they was queuing up for him, queuing up the spar with him. I had to fight them off. They all wanted to get their own back on him, but no, he's a cute boxer, very cute boxer. He's had some tough, hard sparring now. He's fighting out in Philadelphia on the 11th of October on the Boots Ennis card, so that's a fantastic opportunity for him. That sparring in America done him wonders, because, you know, it showed they got to hear about him when he was over there. Yeah, so it done him the world of good.
I mean, definitely, obviously, sparring stories are sparring stories, Mark. Obviously, you've been around boxing long enough, and you've heard sparring stories from probably every fighter that's probably in the UK at this point. But when something like this happens to Giorgio, where everyone's talking about him and Eddie's going on interviews saying everything about the sparring, I mean, it's only good for your fighter, isn't it? That profile, it gets massive, and it's just from a spar as well. It's like something that fighters do week in, week out, but it's blown into this massive thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we went over on the back of Johnny Fisher's camp, really, but while we was there, we made hay while the sun shined. I think Johnny sparred in the evenings. I made sure Joel got his work in the daytimes. We had some very good rounds thanks to the Salas gym and Coach K, very, very good to us, fed us some good sparring. We was fed, you couldn't have wrote it better. There was a guy over there, Kevin Brown, actually. We wanted a bit more of him. He was 30, mature, Cuban's #1, but very, very seasoned. We only got one spar with him. I was hoping we could get more with him, but we got Carmel, as you know, and we got some other good young talents too, like Giorgio. Yeah, really good for him. And it's built him. It's helped building him.
It definitely has as well, and I mean it's kicked him off. And I mean he's got a good fight on October the 11th in Philadelphia as well. I mean, and I think he's excited to run up those rocky steps as well, like everyone is as well. I mean, I'm going to get to Philadelphia one day. I'll be doing that as well. Mark, I do want to talk about one of your old fighters now, Dillian Whyte. I mean, I was in Saudi Arabia that whole fight week and on fight night, and we all know how good Moses Itauma is, but were you surprised as to what happened in the ring that night with Dillian? Were you surprised? Because Dillian's known to being that tough, strong, rugged guy, and we didn't really see that, did we, on that night?
No, to be fair, look, I was only too pleased he didn't take punishment for 5-6 rounds, yeah? And he never got his light switched off, you get me? Yeah. So it, you know, I wasn't surprised, but he's a cute old fox, Dillian, and that was a tough task for him to be in a fight with Moses Itauma, who's like Giorgio Visioli. He's a very, very natural fighter, sharp shooter, clean puncher. Yeah, with fantastic readability. So I wasn't surprised. I was just only made up for Dillian that he didn't get a beating over many rounds, like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely as well. I think a lot was going into the fight saying that we need to see, in this fight, we need to see the best Dillian Whyte. And that period of time when you had him from, I mean, the Lucas Brown wins, I mean, the Dave Allen wins, the Oscar Rivas wins, all of those wins, Joseph Parker as well. Everyone was saying we need to see that Dillian Whyte. All of those fights were with yourself, Mark, as well. I mean, I'll put it to you. Do you think we saw the best Dillian Whyte when you were in the corner, is it fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I got lucky. luck, hard work. If you guys knew how we worked, we deserved every bit of success we got. Yeah, and we got to world #1, 11 fights unbeaten with Dillian. I had a great time with him, fantastic time. He's a lovely human being, good geezer, proper. Yeah,
he definitely is. Shout out Dillian Whyte. And the first show boxing fight me and my brother went to was his fight with Oscar Rivas.
Was it?
Yeah,
wow.
The first ever one.
Wow.
So, and also to interview you, Mark,
it was always drama.
Always drama. Always. Why you wouldn't not want drama with Dillian Whyte? I mean, he's always a great talker as well.
It was great.
It definitely was, Mark.
Great times.
Definitely. I mean, before we get into the other fighters in your stable as well, I mean, a certain Archie Sharp's behind as well. I do want to pick your brains on, I mean, the biggest fight that I've ever seen, Canelo Crawford. I mean, how do you see this mega fight going? As someone who's experienced as yourself, it's a massive fight, isn't it?
It's a massive, intriguing fight. I mean, Canelo's got the weight advantage for me. You know, he's just built for that super middle, that weight. Crawford, I remember myself and Dillian was in Nebraska actually on his undercard. A few years back over in Lincoln, I believe. Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah, and we boxed on his undercard. Fantastic counter puncher, brilliant pound for pound fighter. You know, one of the pound for pound fighters, boxer, beautiful boxer. But I just think I fancied Crawford a little while ago. When you just told me it's at super middle, you know, it's a tough task, but it's going to be a brilliant shootout, and I wouldn't be surprised who wins. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, definitely as well. Just on that weight, obviously, I mean, Crawford was undisputed at 140. Like, it is a super lightweight. I mean, it's a crazy. How much of it? Like, obviously, some people who aren't involved in boxing don't realise these weight classes are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be the fight that shows that it's not the wisest idea sometimes to go up 6 weight divisions, things like that?
Yeah, well, as you mature, it's difficult to make the weight that you started at professional. So in some ways, it can work for him, and it probably will. But I still think the naturally bigger man will win, and that's Canelo. But listen, every dog has its day, and who knows? It might be Canelo's day.
It definitely is as well. I mean, the last.
Is it next Saturday? Yeah.
Next Saturday, yeah, in Vegas on Netflix as well. I mean, the last few fighters I want to talk about, Mark. I mean, we'll start with Archie Sharp. I mean, really talented boxer who, yeah. I mean, obviously, I think I'll talk to him in a minute, but obviously defeating his last fight, but teamed up with you now. This next phase of his career, let's say.
Yeah, well, I remember when Archie had his first professional fight. I mean, him and Richard, his trainer, his long-term trainer, used to train in our gym at West Ham, and I had some fighters there, and we used to get sparring. So I remember him when he had his first pro fight, but I haven't really kept an eye on him because I'm too busy with my own work. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in his last fight, and I told him straight, you know, and I feel that I can put something in his head so he can add to his game. But let's not forget, he's a brilliant boxer. Got a lovely straight nose, which says a lot. Yeah, so he's doing something right, and he's got all his marbles, and he's fresh. He's 30. He's in his prime. He can punch a little bit as well. I'm telling you that now. He's a natural boxer. I'm really excited to work with Archie, and you know, I feel that we can bring something different, a little bit. Can't change him really, because he is what he is, but I want to bring a little bit of aggression to his game at the right time. You know what I mean? And he'll know. So a little bit of front foot stuff at the right time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to him fighting. He's out on the 27th of September. Yeah. You're cool, yeah.
He definitely is as well. And then the last three fighters as well. Joel Bartel, title fight next weekend as well. But Harley Benn and Finley James as well. I mean, Harley Benn, I think, going on to that Misfits scene, which he's told me. But Joel Bartel and Finley James, I mean, in some really good step-up fights in their next fights as well. They're in some really good fights.
Yeah, lovely fights for Joel Bartel, step-up. I think it's for a Commonwealth youth title. So that's a good, a little good incentive for Joel. And Joel's a good fighter, mate. He's a good fighter. He's rugged. He's in the past few months, I've encouraged him to not to get stuck in too early. Box a little bit. And he's looked at Giorgio the way he boxes, and it's rubbed off him a little bit. He wants to box a bit. And he's boxing. I mean, we was over in Terry Cuts. I called Terry Stewart. I called him Terry Cuts because he'd done the cuts for me years ago with Frank Buglioni. And I called him Terry Cuts. But Terry Stewart's gym over in Lowson. He had Brad Pauls and Linus Adolfi. There were big super middles and a small ring. I took him over there for a little while. I said, now Joel, you don't get stuck into these two. They're at their prime. They're 30, 32, strong at their age. You box in this little ring. You box and you move. You ain't got to be like a ballerina. Anyway, I believe he's up to his boxing skills, and he could have a fight as well. I mean, you don't have to encourage him to have a fight. He knows when to have a fight. So I believe Joel's got in his head now, knowing when to box, knowing when to fight, not just go and have a fight. You know what I mean? Not just be a tough guy. So I'm looking forward to Joel getting this youth title under his belt to move on to bigger and better titles. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, and Finley James as well in a good fight as well next.
Finley James. I just said to him just now, for some reason or another, his style wasn't my style, but it's his style, and you know, but it works for him. And if you've seen what I've seen in the gym recently, how he's dealt with certain spars against men. He's a really good boxer. It ain't for everybody, but he's got a boxing brain. I feel that he will come through. I mean, he will come through too. It won't be too long for him before he's fighting for a title. 2 fights, I believe.
Definitely, and Harley Benn as well, Mark.
Ben.
The Tibbs have another Ben in the camp.
We'll see Harley. See, my dad trained his dad. For his, I believe, for one of his world titles over in Italy.
That was the one.
Yeah. A little while ago, and Harley's. I've seen Harley around Essex gyms for the last few years. His mum Lisa, I remember many years ago in Tenerife when my dad used to train Nigel. So yeah, but Lisa's. When I finished working with Johnny, I had a bit of time on my hands actually, and I've been meaning to do a bit with Harley for like past 6 years. I've just been too busy. But I said, come on. And do you know what? Big heart, good brain, can fight. I don't think he's took himself too seriously in the years, not judging him. But he should do. He can punch and he can fight, and he's got plenty of heart. He has. He's got a lovely jab as well. And he's got natural ability. So I'm hearing about this fight with Joe Laws. He looks a wild character. I quite like him. He brings something to the table, and it's a tough fight for Harley, but it's a good fight nevertheless. And I'm not too sure if it's nailed down yet. So he's been ticking over with myself. I said to him, I give him a little test. I said, come in, Harley. 2 weeks trial, day on day off basis, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 2 weeks. He shifted 10 pound, just easy. Lump of all shit come off him. But you know, they introduce him to gears, hard work and gears, not flogging. It's time to put your foot on the gas, time to come off, not to be a plodder. Yeah, and he's got a bit of art and craft, good brain as well. Does everything I ask him to do. I like working with him. Definitely.
I mean, the gym's flying as well, Mark. Mark, that was my final question, mate. But I'll leave you with the final words. Any final words for the fans who are watching these interviews, mate?
Mate, what can I say? Regan, it's a pleasure to see you again. What's your surname?
Slaymaker.
Regan Slaymaker. What a name, mate. I knew you was coming down the gym today. Slaymaker. That's a one-off, mate. Proper.
Mark, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.